Welcome to the St. Tammany Parish Planning Commission meeting of October the 11th. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Seeger.
Here.
Ress.
Here.
McInnes.
Here.
Willie.
Here.
Doherty.
Here.
Barcelona.
Here.
Fitzmaurice.
Here.
Crawford.
Here.
Smale.
Here.
Randolph.
Here.
Truxillo.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Public announcements, please silence all phones and electronic devices. If you disagree with a decision this commission renders, you have the right to appeal it to the council. Speaker cards are over on the railing to my right, and if you wish to speak on a case, we need a speaker card completed. Public speaking, 10 minutes each side with a 5-minute rebuttal. After your case is heard, please exit the building. Please rise for the invocation by Commissioner Randolph and the pledge by Commissioner Willie.
Gracious Father, once again we come to you with thanksgiving and praise in our hearts as we recognize and realize who you are and who you continue to be in each and every one of our lives. We thank you, Lord, for your grace and mercy that you blessed us with throughout this day, even to this moment in time. We thank you for this gathering. We thank you for our commission. Lord, we thank you for the commission and our government employees, our government leaders. And Lord, we thank you for our citizens that we all represent and that we all contain. Lord, we ask that you continue to bless us this day and bless our families. It's in your holy name. Amen. The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, commissioners, in your packet you had the minutes for September the 13th meeting. Commissioner Crawford.
Motion to accept the minutes.
Motion by Commissioner Crawford to accept the minutes as presented. Commissioner Fitzmaurice.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Fitzmaurice. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve the minutes carries.
Thank you. Staff, we have any postponements?
Yes. Number 1 on the agenda, we have a request to postpone the revocation REV 2207-008. We have a request to postpone until the December meeting. Mr. Jeff Shane is here to address any questions you may have.
Postpone to December?
December.
Okay. Mr. Shane.
I don't have anything to offer unless any of you have any questions. We just haven't completed the work we need to complete to submit to Public Works in order to bring this matter before you. And I think rather than going month to month, let's see if going 2 months is the charm.
Okay. Let me read it into the record, and then I'll get a motion to postpone. Cases REV 22-07-008, the revocation of an unopened portion of 8th Street and the unopened portion of 9th Street located on the south side of Louisiana Highway 36, north of the Tammany Trace, in the town of New Claiborne Subdivision, Ward 3, District 2. The applicant is Larry D. Terrell, and the Parish Council District Representative is Honorable David Fitzgerald. Commissioner Truxillo.
Mr. Shane, is it for 1 month or 2 months?
2 months, December.
I'll make a motion to postpone for 2 months, December meeting.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Truxillo to postpone to the December meeting. Commissioner Barcelona.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barcelona. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to postpone to December carries.
Thank you.
On page 3, item number 10, 2022-3079, tentative plat, Moore Park subdivision. We have a request to postpone, and Mr. Palmerone and Mr. Burks are here to address any questions you may have.
Which one?
Which one, Helen?
2022-3079 TP under tentative
Okay.
subdivision.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Marone.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission. Paul Marone on behalf of Moore Park LLC. We are asking for the matter to be tabled until your November meeting. There are a number of issues in the staff comments that we need to be able to work through. There's also some residents here that'll give us an opportunity to meet with them and have discussions with them before we come back before you in November. Also, there is a cell tower on this site, and we need to request a variance from the Board of Adjustments regarding some distances from that cell tower. So we have made that application. Will be heard at the November 2nd meeting, I believe. So we need to have that meeting and a determination there before we come back to you. So all of that leads us to request the tabling tonight until your November meeting.
Okay, just a question for you, Paul. The power lines, are they underground, electric?
On the west side, yeah, they're above ground.
Any way we can get them underground?
Sure, that's something we'll take a look at.
Okay, I mean, go back and look at the newsreels and everything off Ida in Florida, and you'll see that the ones that were underground had power back relatively quick, and, you know, we need to start thinking along those lines to be sure we get power back for these folks. Okay. We have a, Commissioner Randolph.
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion to postpone case number 3079 TP for 1 month until our November meeting.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Randolph to postpone to the November meeting. Commissioner Barcelona.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Barcelona. Commissioner McInnes.
I just wanted to make a comment to Paul and the planners. I had an office next to a cell tower, and at least 3 times a year, a lightning would totally blow out all of our computers and phone lines. And I can't help but think it had a lot to do with being right so close to a cell tower. And I don't know how they're grounded, but you might want to check into that.
Okay. Let me read this into the record. I failed to do that. It's case 2022-3079-TP, Moore Park Subdivision, developer owners Moore Park LLC, engineers J.V. Burks and Associates Incorporated, Parish Council District Representatives Honorable Riker Caldano. General location, the property is located on the north side of Louisiana Highway 1088, west of Hickory Street, south of Interstate 12, Mandeville, Ward 4, District 5. Please vote.
The motion to postpone for 1 month carries.
Okay.
Number 11, under preliminary subdivision review, 2022-2903 PP, Maison du Village, and Mr. Burks is here to address any questions you may have.
Okay. Yeah, let me read it, Sean, and get it into the record. Case numbers 2022-2903-PP, Maison du Village subdivision, developer owners Mid-South Developers LLC, engineer is J.B. Burks and Associates Incorporated, Parish Council District Representative Honorable Kirk Drum. General location, the property is located west of Louisiana Highway 433, south of U.S. Highway 190, Slidell, Ward 9, District 10. Sean?
This is a case, we've been kind of postponing it month to month. And the main reason, we got numerous amount of comments on this development. This had received preliminary approval back in 2006. And just a resubmittal of what was approved back then was done. And we had to wait several months just to be able to do traffic counts. So that's why the huge delay. We've also gotten comments back from the fire district, and we were just able to get a meeting set up with them next week. Likely, it'll be 2 more months. I'd like to go ahead and postpone it for 2 months, and we should have everything cleared up by then.
That would be the November meeting, right?
December.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Barcelona,
Make a motion to postpone until December.
November meeting.
December?
2 months? Yeah, that's right. All right, Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Commissioner Redd.
Yeah, just a comment to the developers on this project. When you come back, one of the things going to be really interested in is the 433 is not, there's parts of it that leave a lot to be desired with houses sitting right on top of it. And being the only access way there back and forth into Slidell and whatever, those people that live along there, I can't imagine they're going to be really excited about a numerous amount of homes being put. As far as building the houses down there, I see what you want to do, but it really isn't feeling real great about that. I've traveled that road many times, and I can just imagine. I don't know how many home sites are there on there right now.
That's something we're going to be taking. We're doing the traffic study on it right now. And that's going to be
85. Yeah, that's all. You get the gist of what. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to postpone to the December meeting. Please vote.
Mr. Truxillo, Mr. Smell?
I did.
Okay. The motion to postpone to December carries.
Thank you.
And item number 12 on the agenda, 2022-3081 PP, Wrigley's Estates, and Mr. Palmerone is here to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. This is case number 2022-3081-PP, Wrigley's Estates subdivision, Phase 3A2. Developer owner succession of Fred Segura. Engineers J.B. Burks and Associates, Parish Council District Representatives, Honorable Jake Airy. General location, property is located on the south of Louisiana Highway 433, west of Highway 90, Slidell, Ward 8, District 13. Mr. Morone.
Thank you, Mr. Doherty, members of the commission. Paul Morone again on behalf of the succession of Frederick Seeger. We're requesting that the matter be postponed until your November meeting. We received the staff's comments, which we were working through, but we also received a late comments from the fire district that we got really just before the meeting date. We did not have time to get with them to discuss those comments. We now have a meeting set in, I believe it's the 18th of this month. So we'd like to have the opportunity to meet with them, to understand their comments, and to hopefully address those comments before we come back for you to you in November. So we'd request that the matter be tabled until your November meeting to allow us to do that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Morone. Anyone in the audience have a problem with postponing to the November meeting? All right, we'll bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Barcelona.
Make a motion to postpone to the November meeting.
Motion by Commissioner Barcelona to postpone to the November meeting. Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to postpone to November carries.
All right. Go back up to page 1. Minor Commissioner Seeger.
Mr. Chair, there are case 7-3083 and maybe more importantly, case 8-3054 have small children here. I would like to know if we could move those up on the agenda, please. It is a school night, and especially case number 8.
I mean, it's up to the commission if they want to move them up and hear them. That's item 8.
Motion?
7 and 8.
7 and 8.
All right.
So,
Do you want to make a motion to move those two up?
so moved.
Motion by Commissioner Seeger to move up items 7 and 8.
You don't have to take a vote, you can just ask if anyone objects.
Okay. Does anyone object in the audience to having these moved up? Seeing no one, we'll go ahead and,
Do we need to separate them? Can we put them in separate motions?
yeah, it'll be separate motions, Tom. Item 7 is case number 2022-3083-MSP, a minor subdivision of Lot S2 into lots S2-1 and S2-2. Owner and representative Shane and Allison Hillman.
It's on, just say, you might want to put it in front of you, they say they're having a hard time hearing you.
Okay.
I'm trying to say.
It's on.
It's on.
It's been on.
Was up?
I moved it up.
Okay, Parish Council District Representatives Honorable Martha Casabon, general location, the parcel located on the north side of Stangle Road, west of Louisiana Highway 1077, Covington, Ward 1, District 3. We had a motion by Commissioner Seeger to move up. Commissioner Truxillo.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Truxillo. Please vote.
The motion to move up case 3083 carries.
Tom, you want to go ahead and make a motion on 8?
Certainly, I move that case 3054 MRP be moved up on the agenda also.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Seeger to move up item 8, which is 2022-3054 MRP, re-subdivision of lots 24 and 25 into lots 24A, the Willows. Owner and representative is Stephen P. and Louise C. Higgins. Surveyors Kelly J. McHugh and Associates. Parish Council District Representative Honorable Martha Casabon. General location, the property is located on the south side of Rue Charlotte, east of Willow Bend Drive, Covington, Ward 1, District 3. That's a motion by Commissioner Seaver to move up. Commissioner Truxillo.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Truxillo. Anyone object in the audience to moving this up? All right. We've got a motion and a second, so we'll please vote.
The motion to move up case 3054 carries.
All right, we'll go back to item 7. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create 2 lots from Lot S2. It is currently a 2.88 acre parcel. The minor subdivision request requires a public hearing due to the fact that Lot S2 was previously part of a minor subdivision approved in July 2022.
All right, Shane or Allison Hillman?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So what are we doing here?
We have intentions to build our home on S2-1 and section off S2-2 for potential building in the future for my mother or my mother-in-law.
Okay, all right. Anyone else in the audience wish to speak in favor? Anyone wish to speak against? I'm going to close it to the...
No, you have one in the back. In the very back.
Come forward.
You can be seated while he's speaking. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
My name's Terrence Honoré. I own the property next to that.
Okay.
We got too many cars on the road right now. We got, I mean, you're just making more. Everybody's gonna wanna subdivide. I'm totally against subdividing. The sewage, the mosquito control, man, everybody, it's a little narrow, dead-end street. You're putting more people on it. Yeah, it's for my mother-in-law now, but if a total stranger offer me more money later, it's gonna be for them. And it's gonna be, once you subdivide it, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak against? You have any comments, Mr. Hillman?
Just that my integrity for what I say means more. If I say it's for what my future plans are in the future, then that's what they are.
Okay. Thank you. The other gentleman, you have any further comments? Okay. Okay. You need to fill out a speaker card and bring it back up here to staff. Okay. I want to close it to the public and bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Barcelona.
I have a question for Helen. Helen, what's the current zoning for this area?
It's A3 suburban, so the minimum lot size is half acre. However, they're requesting to create two parcels. One is 1.5, the other one is 1.38.
Okay, so the two parcels, if this is approved, would conform to the zoning?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Barcelona to approve. Commissioner Fitzmaurice.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Fitzmaurice. Commissioner Willie.
Question of staff. I'm looking at the aerial, and it looked like lot S2 and S1 may have been combined at one point. I see how it's got S1's got a lot line all the way to a S2. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, this is I do not know why it was configured like that in the past, and it was that was the reason why they came to the minor subdivision in the first place, was that there was this leg in the rear, and they attached it to S1 to be able to sell the S2. It was approved administratively, and now we have a request to.
Is this a previous minor subdivision of those two lots? Lot S, I guess.
Yeah, if you
S1,
look
S2?
at the survey that's attached, you have S1 and S2.
Yeah.
That was one parcel, and then you have, somehow there was a piece of property that was going behind those two lots. So it was split and attached to S1.
Okay, I know it don't have a bearing on the decision on this case, but I was just curious about that. Thank you.
Okay. I see no one else in the queue now. We have a motion and a second to approve the minor subdivision. Commissioner Smale popped up.
I just wanted to let the gentleman in the back know that he could actually put like 5 lots on this property, so 2 is a good compromise. So that's all I have to say.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you. All right, the next item is item 8. The case is 2022-3054-MRP, re-subdivision of lots 24 and 25 into lots 24A, The Willows. Owner and representative is Stephen and Louise Higgins. Surveyor is Kelly J. McHugh and Associates. Parish Council District Representative, Honorable Martha Casabon. General location, the property is located on the south side through Charlotte and on the east of Willow Bend Drive, Covington, Ward 1, District 3. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create one lot from lots 24 and 25. The re-subdivision request requires a public hearing due to, as stated in the restrictive covenants of the plat, no lot shall be further re-subdivided without approval from the Planning Commission, and it's subject to the comment below number 1 to add the signature line for the chairman of the Planning Commission.
All right. And you are?
Hi, Mr. Commissioner and Commission members. My name is Louise Higgins, and I am the owner of lots 24 and 25.
Okay. And you're just wanting to combine these two?
Yes, sir. It's our intention to take lot 24 and 25, combine them into one lot. If you'll see from the materials that have been presented, lot 25 is so oddly shaped. The west side of that lot is only 30 feet, and it almost renders it impossible to get a decently sized house on that property. So we're just trying to decrease the footprint, and instead of having 2 lots and 2 families, just having 1 family and 1 lot.
Okay. All right, let's see if anyone wishes to speak in favor. Does anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of this? Anyone wish to speak against? I'll close it to the public and bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Barcelona.
Make a motion to approve, subject to comment number 1.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Barcelona to approve for staff comment number 1. Commissioner Crawford.
Second the motion.
Second by Commissioner Crawford. Any further discussion? Please vote.
Mr. Russ? The motion to approve, along with staff comments number 1, carries.
Thank you. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we go to minor subdivisions.
God, what is that?
Item 2 is case number 2022-3048-MSP, a minor subdivision of tract 2B into tracts 2B1, 2B2, and 2B3. Owner and representative is Jeffrey L. and Chloe C. Combe. Parish Council District Representatives, Honorable Marty Dean. General location, the parcel is located on the south side of Brewster Road, east of Louisiana Highway 1077, Madisonville, Ward 1, District 1. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create 3 tracts from tract 2B. The minor subdivision request requires a public hearing due to tract 2B was previously part of a minor subdivision approved in July 2021, and it shall be subject to item number 1.
Thank you. Good evening, sir. And you
Hello,
are?
my name is Carl Cavaretta. I'm here for Mr. Jeffrey and Ms. Chloe Combe. We're wanting to take that 26-acre piece and just make 3 8.6-acre parcels. We did a minor petition next door that was a 30-acre tract. We made 3 10-acre parcels. We got 1 individual buying each one of those to build 1 house on 10 acres. These I have under contract as well to have 1 house on 8.6-acre parcels. It's going to be a gorgeous, way for the road to look. I live in Madisonville. I think this is, you can't ask for any better than this. It's zoned A3, which allows for half acre, so we're way above that. The only reason we're here is because that minor petition before was only selling 6 acres to the neighbors. So it was more like a lot line revision is what it would have been. So we're looking to do 3 8.6-acre parcels.
All right, thank you. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of this? Anyone wish to speak against? I'll close it to the public and bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Seeger.
Yes, I have a question for you. How is this area in terms of flooding?
It's all flood zone X. It's all high and dry property.
I move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Seeger to approve. Commissioner Barcelona.
Second.
second by Commissioner Barcelona. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you. All right, we go to item 3. Case is 2022-3051 MSP, a minor subdivision of parcels A and D into parcels A1 and D1. Owner and representatives, Cade and Abbey Investments LLC, Robert B. LaVille. Parish Council District Representative, Honorable Martha Casabon. General location of the parcel is located on the east side of Louisiana Highway 1077, south of Railroad Avenue, Covington, Ward 1, District 3. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create 2 parcels from parcels A and B. The minor subdivision request requires a public hearing due to parcels A and D were previously part of a minor subdivision approved in December 2020, and the request is subject to item number 1.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, sir, and you are?
Robert LaVille.
Okay. And you're gonna tell us what you're doing here.
Yeah, a 22-acre parcel that I subdivided into 4 parcels, as Helen said previously, and kind of just took a shot in the dark at creating some smaller parcels. But if we're going to live on one of these properties and are crazy enough to take a loan in this day and age, we needed a smaller parcel. So the subdividing that we just did on our own property was to a smaller parcel of 5.39 acres if we're actually going to build a primary residence at some point in the future.
Okay, thank you. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor? Anyone wish to speak against? Close it to the public, bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Barcelona.
I make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Barcelona to approve. Commissioner Randolph.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you. All right, item 4. Case is 2022-3067-MSP, a minor subdivision of parcels E into parcels E1, E2, E3, and E4. Owner and representative is James Strahan Jr. Parish Council District Representative is Honorable Kirk Drum. General location, the parcels located on the west side of Chris Kennedy Road, north of Pine Street Extension, Pearl River, Ward 9, District 11. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create 4 parcels from parcel E. The minor subdivision request requires public hearing due to parcel E was previously part of a minor subdivision approved in March 2022, and the request shall be subject to item number 1.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Shane.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Honorable Commission. Jeff Shane of the Jones Fussell Law Firm at P.O. Box 1810 in Covington, representing the owner and petitioner, Mr. James Strahan, in connection with this re-subdivision of parcel E. We are in full accord with staff comments and understand that we need to redesignate the lot designations. We're going to elect to eliminate the hyphens as shown on the lots themselves, so that each respective lot will be a letter E followed by the number and not have a hyphen in between. It was inconsistent with what was in our title block at the bottom of the page. But with those comments, we respectfully request that you approve this request for amended minor subdivision. If any of you have any questions, I'll be glad to address them at the appropriate time.
Thank you, Mr. Shane. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor? Anyone wish to speak against? I'll bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Crawford.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Crawford to approve. Commissioner Smale.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Smale. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you. All right, we go to item 5. Case is 2022-3076-MSP, a minor subdivision of Lot 4 into lots 4A and 4B. Owner and representative Roy and Shannon McLaughlin. Parish Council District Representative Honorable James Davis. General location of parcels located on the south side of Mislou Road, east of Louisiana Highway 434, Lacombe, Ward 7, District 7. Staff.
The applicant is requesting to create 2 lots from Lot 4. It is currently a 4.04 acre parcel. The minor subdivision request requires a public hearing due to Lot 4B is proposed to be accessed from a 30-foot egress, ingress, and utility easement, requiring approval from the Planning Commission, and a request shall be subject to item number 1.
Good evening. You are?
Roy McLaughlin.
Okay. And you're in compliance or
right away.
in agreement with everything the staff says?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any other comments?
No, sir.
All right. Anyone in the audience wish to speak for or against? Well, we got a lot of people here tonight.
Not a lot.
All right, I'm going to close it to the public and bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Crawford.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Crawford to approve. Commissioner Randolph.
Mr. Crawford, that's subject to item number 1 as well, right? Yes. Okay. I second.
Second by Commissioner Randolph. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 6, case is 2022-3078-MSP, a minor subdivision of parcel 3A4 into parcels 3A4A and 3A4B. Owner and representative is Goatswald.
Gotteswald. It means God's forest.
Can't tell him no.
That's right. Paul Diesel, Parish Council District Representative, Honorable David Fitzgerald. General location of parcels located on the north side of Johnson Road, east of Louisiana Highway 437, Covington, Ward 3, District 2. Staff.
The applicant is requesting to create 2 parcels from parcel 3A-4, a 20.16 acre parcel. The minor subdivision request requires a public hearing due to parcel 3A-4 was previously part of a minor subdivision approved in October 2021, and the request shall be subject to adding a signature line for the chairman of the Planning Commission.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening. As you said, I'm Paul Dietzel, and it's a pleasure to be with you here tonight and the audience gathered here with us. We had purchased this, my wife and I. We were looking to build our residence, and it was, I think, originally going to be 2 lots, and then we bought it. We proposed to buy it before it was split, and in the last 2 years, we've had a lot of life changes. I've lost 4 family members. Most of them were of, decent age to lose. Never a good time to lose family members, obviously. But then we also just had our 4th kid. We have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a 2-week-old. So with all of those life changes, we decided that we needed to rethink some of our plans. And so we decided that we wanted to try to split this into 2 10-acre parcels to make it easier for us to sell to somebody else. And I believe the rules for this area are basically it's 5 acre, 1 house per 5 acres, whatever. So I believe that, what I worked with the
staff,
the surveyor,
whoever I worked with, to draw the maps, this is not my line of work, to draw the maps met all of the requirements of, the parish and everything like that. So I went through all of those different things. And to address a question somebody asked about something else, it's all flood zone X, so this is good land there. And so just life changes sometimes.
All right. Since you were the last person in the audience, with the exception of Mr. Morone, and I don't think Mr. Morone's going to get up and have anything to say. So I'm going to close it to the public and bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Seeger.
I'll move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Seeger to approve. Commissioner Truxillo.
I second.
Second by Commissioner Truxillo. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
Thank you.
All right, we go to re-subdivision. Let me get my paperwork all together here. All right, item 9. We've already taken up the other two. It's 2022-3075-MRP, re-subdivision of lots 1A, 2A, and 23A into lots 1A-1, Alpha Industrial Park, Phase 2A. The owner representative is Alpha 59 LLC, Mark Severding. Surveyors, Low Engineers. Parish Council District Representative is Honorable Rocker Toledano. General location, the property is located on the northeast corner of Louisiana Highway 59 and Alpha Boulevard, Mandeville, Ward 4, District 5. Staff?
The applicant is requesting to create one lot from lots 1A, 2A, and 23A. The subdivision request requires a public hearing due to, as stated in the restrictive covenant of the approved plat, no lot shall be further re-subdivided without approval from the Planning Commission.
Good evening.
Good evening. Paul Marone again, members of the commission and the audience behind me. The request tonight is simply to combine these 3 lots into one primarily, but there are 3 servitudes that were placed on these properties to accommodate the 3-lot configuration that we will be withdrawing or terminating as part of the re-subdivision. So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. There are 2 access servitudes that are shown that would have provided access from Alpha Boulevard to Lot 1A that doesn't front it. Those will go away because we no longer need them. The other is the 15-foot utility servitude, which is a water line servitude that runs from Alpha Boulevard, also to provide water service to Lot 1A. We don't need that anymore since we'll have one parcel that fronts Alpha Boulevard. I've been in contact with Mr. Alphonse in the District Attorney's Office and Chris Tissue with Tammany Utilities about that utility servitude. And Chris responded today that he has no objection, Tammany Utilities has no objection to revoking that utility servitude. However, he did not have time to go out and verify if there is a water line in the servitude. We don't think there is, he doesn't think there is, but he's not certain about that, so he just wanted me to make sure that it was clear on the record that if there is a water line in there, it will be at our cost, that we have to cut and remove that line and cap it back within the Alpha Street right-of-way, all at our expense, which we're happy to do, we commit to do, we're prepared to do that if that becomes necessary. So I just wanted to make that clear on the record, but with all that being said, would respectfully request your approval of the re-subdivision of these 3 lots into Lot 1A1.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Marone.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring it back to the commission. Commissioner Smale.
I'd like to make a motion to approve with the water line being their responsibility if it exists. Correct?
Commissioner Ress.
Yeah, I have a question for staff. This is industrial property zone. By changing to a larger lot size, what are we changing as far as what can be put there? In other words, if it's smaller lots, they're smaller buildings, they're smaller industry, I assume. So now we're talking about 3 lots combined. It's probably a much larger operation, I guess I'd say.
That's correct. That's correct.
How many square foot can we put on there?
That's what I'm trying to pull up here.
You knew the question, didn't you?
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't know why this is not cooperating. Seems that there was an error loading. Sorry about that.
That's okay. The other question, go with that kind of, is how high can we go? In order, part of this, if you remember, I think Alpha Drive was on our planning commission not too long ago, where we combined a bunch of lots on the other side into one large lot, the same kind of issue. So now we've got, it's not the industrial part of it. I think the industrial part of it is, it's zoned for that, and I don't have, but the type of industry we're going to, or potentially could go in there, a lot depends on the size of the buildings that they can put on there, and I think that changes what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, Unicode is not cooperating with me. So, and at times, you know, some of those industrial sites are combined together because you have a large outdoor storage yard required for the building, to accommodate the building. So that's one of the reasons as well, not necessarily to have, you know, larger square footage of buildings. So,
Yeah, how high can we go? Do you know offhand? Is that a?
I think it is it might be 60 feet. I don't remember.
It could be a pretty good size operation.
Paul, do you have any idea?
I'm trying to.
We're having a computer problem right now.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure, and I too, how tall it can be, to be honest with you. I think 60 feet sounds right, but I couldn't swear to that either, to be honest with you.
The concern is, and the intentions, I think we get caught up in the intentions.
Mm-hmm.
It's the zoning and what we've got available, because you never know what can change, whether it's a year from now or 2 years from now. And if it's a large operation, that could involve a lot of truck traffic coming down 59, semis or whatever, hauling stuff in and out. And to me, that 59 truck traffic would be a big concern.
The maximum allowable square footage is 200,000 square feet. Of course, this is to become how many acres?
2.1 acres, I think.
Yeah, so it would not require a traffic study, but
I'm probably got all I need to know.
okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Truxillo.
And the maximum height is 45 feet.
Mr. Marone.
Excuse me?
The maximum height is 45 feet.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea what the intentions are?
I do not know. I was contacted by the buyers basically to handle the closing and realized that we had to do the resub to do that.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure what their intentions are with it.
Do we have a motion and a second yet?
We have, Mr. Smale made a motion to approve, no second.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Mr. Smale made a motion to approve, no second.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Truxillo. Commissioner Willie.
Paul, just a question. You're revoking the 22-foot servitudes, mostly because of that lot 1A. Are they still going to be having servitude from Alpha Boulevard?
Yes, so the new lot will front Alpha Boulevard.
Yeah, and 59 as well, right?
It will front on
so
59.
You are going to have service from Alpha Boulevard.
But it will have service from Alpha Boulevard. Yes, sir, that's correct.
Anything else, Bernie?
About how far are we from the interstate exchange there?
This is further
Well, I'll
north.
tell you, it's not very far from Coop Drive. So I would say it's
half mile?
If a quarter mile. I'd say maybe even a little less than a quarter mile. It's not as far as Alpha, it's not as far as Alamosa.
Okay.
It's just short of before you get to Alamosa, but on the other side.
That concerns me with like Mr. Reb was talking about the truck traffic and everything, be fairly close then. Okay, thank you.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further discussion? Please vote.
The motion to approve carries.
All right, the next three items have been postponed. Is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Just want to remind the commissioners that, next month, zoning meeting is on a Wednesday, the planning meeting is on a Wednesday. So November 2nd and November 9th, 6 p.m., both on Wednesdays, yeah.
All right, so Helen has thrown us a curve, so everybody mark that down in your calendar so you don't show up on Tuesday.
Voting?
Yeah, I think we've all done it before. Is there anything else that needs to come before the commission?
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting is on the second.
No, we have a motion to adjourn. Thank you.
Yeah.
I should know that, but I don't.
Glory, glory.